Hello and welcome to this week's video. This week we look at words and phrases related to understanding overnight trains. We look at where to find train stations, the types of areas of train stations, and which type of train you need to catch to travel overnight. Don't forget to stay until the end to test your knowledge by taking our quiz. Anyway, let's get started. The first word we have for you this week is nestled. Now let's have a look at how we would pronounce this. Nestled. And again, nestled. That's great. So now let's take a look at the definition of nestled. So the definition of nestled is a place which is located comfortably around other buildings in a certain location. Excellent. So now we've learnt about the definition, let's have a look at the example. John was walking to the train station to catch his hotel train to London. He found the station nestled in the city centre, nestled between the bank and the town hall. Our second phrase this week is heart of the city. Now let's have a look at how to pronounce this. Heart of the city. And again, heart of the city. Excellent. Now let's take a look at the definition of heart of the city. So this is the centre of a city where the most important cultural and economic activities take place. So that's interesting. So now let's learn a little more about heart of the city by looking at the example. So this could be: to make his way to the train station, John needed to travel to the heart of the city. Here he could get to the train station within a short walking distance. Our next phrase this week is small concourse. So now let's take a look at how we would pronounce this. Small concourse. And again, small concourse. Excellent. So let's see what we can learn more about the definition of small concourse. So the definition is an open area within a public building. This is normally close to the main entrance. Fantastic. Now let's see an example of small concourse. So the example is: once John made his way into the train station, he found himself in the small concourse. Here he could see the ticket office, departure boards, and a selection of shops. He collected his ticket he booked online. The penultimate word this week is enclosed waiting room. So let's take a look how this is pronounced. Enclosed waiting room. And again, enclosed waiting room. Excellent. So now let's move on to the definition. So this is a room where passengers wait, sit and relax before they are able to get onto their train. Interesting. So now, again, let's learn a little more by looking at an example. Before Jenna's overnight train arrived, she went into the enclosed waiting room. Here it was quiet. She was able to read her newspaper in peace. Our final phrase this week is sleeper train. So let's take a look at the pronunciation first of all. Sleep-a train. And again, sleep-a train. Excellent. Now we can take a look at the definition. So this is a train service which provides some coaches with small rooms for passengers to sleep. Sleeper trains travel very long distances. Fantastic! So now let's move on to the example. John saw that his sleeper train had arrived, so he got his luggage and got onto the sleeper train right away. Now it's time to test your knowledge with our weekly quiz to see how much of today's lesson you can remember. We will ask you 3 questions on the vocabulary we have learnt in this video. The first question is, what is meant by nestled? Would it be A, on top of, B, far away, or C, in between? And the correct answer is C, in between. The second question is, where is the heart of the city? Would it be A, in the centre, B, in the manufacturing area, or C, where hospitals are located? And the right answer is A, in the centre. The final question this week is, where would you normally find the ticket office at a train station? Would it be A, on the platform, B, on the concourse, or C, in the enclosed waiting room? The correct answer is B, on the concourse. Thank you for taking the quiz this week. Let us know in the comments box below how you did in this week's quiz. Congratulations if you got all 3 questions correct. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions about this video or would like us to explain a term for you from any context, then please post your question in the comments box below. We're always happy to help out. Please don't forget to like our video to help us find more viewers and to expand our channel in order to provide you with an even better experience. Why not hit the subscribe button and bell notification icon? That way you will never miss our future videos. Next week we will be looking at words and phrases to do with music artists. Anyway, thanks again for joining us this week, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.